seriously, good morning.
Good
So
morning.
seriously, when I opened up your videos, it was the first video I came to. I'm really lazy. So I'm live with Morten Aastad, and he was just lamenting the fact that I chose a very old picture of him in the thumbnail. Oh well, that's the way life goes. Garage Geek is very inconsiderate. So I'm here live with Morten Aastad, and we're gonna talk all things Laserdiscs this morning. Well, not really. We're gonna just show off 20 Laserdiscs. So how are you this morning, Morten? I
Well,
mean afternoon for you.
this evening, because it's
Evening.
past 6 o'clock now. Well, except for the fact that you're still calling me Astad, I'm good.
Why? What is it? Okay, we gotta first, number one. You
We've
need to
done the
stop
language
with
lesson.
all this different time things. Listen,
Yeah.
set your clock right now. It's 9 a.m. Change your clock. Okay. Thank you. Stop with all this business. And then number two, stop putting two A's together. Like that's just not normal. Okay.
No, that's why we change. That's why we changed the double A's to an A with a circle above it.
It's
But
that's
but
still not natural. This is not Lord of the Rings.
people with older surnames are allowed to keep the double A's. And they've actually reverted a bit to it here in Denmark because for a while they were spelling Aalborg and Aarhus with the A with a circle, but people hated it. And with the invention of internet, they realized that if we're going to have a tourism homepage, foreigners won't be able to spell the name of their of this city in their search in their URL. So they changed it to double A's.
Wow. So you're kowtowing to the masses.
Yeah, I guess, but you won't be confused by the fact that it's going to get gradually darker behind me, even though, according to you, it's 9 a.m.
No, that's some trick. You've got a green screen behind you. So listen, what's the matter with Aastad? What's your name? Aastad?
Aastad.
Oh, that's not an O. So you okay? Just spell your name O-S-T. Aastad.
Yeah, sure. Everyone needs to change.
Yeah. What the heck?
No, it's Aastad, like in O, when you're O.
Oh, and now you're surprised when I say it's Aastad, like a long A, because that's two A's is a long A. You just make it longer.
And it's also not like a Dutch double A, because some people think it's like the Dutch have these weird double A's, like in aardvark or something. But no, it's Aastad. So yeah, that's my surname.
Oh, it's Aastad. You know I'm never going to be able to say that. Aastad. I mean, I have to throw up to say that. All right, let's go. So we decided, hey, we got someone with us today. Hi, Tommy. You're the first. Thank you for joining us. So
we're to our friend from Suomi.
What?
Hyvä. It means, if I remember correctly, hello in Suom in Finnish.
Oh, so he's from he's from Finland.
There's another lesson
Nordic?
for you that the Finns actually have two words for their country. It's Suomi, Finland.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Thanks. Now, is that Nordic?
Finland is a Nordic country, yes.
Ooh, I took a guess and I got it right, because you guys were throwing out all kinds of words yesterday. So would you so the premise of this is we picked 20 Laserdiscs that we love for different reasons, and we're going to show them off. I don't think we have to explain what a Laserdisc is, do we? Who knows? But do you want to go first?
Anyone under 30 is going to watch this?
No. Anyways, do you want to go first?
It's old-timey DVDs.
Yeah, there you go. And they're gigantic.
Yeah. They're vinyl-sized DVDs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you want to go first or me?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
First, I'll show you a film that I actually watched today, which is my favorite film of the 90s. It's True Romance.
Yeah, and Quentin Tarantino wrote it, right?
Yes.
But he didn't direct it.
No. Tony Scott, Ridley Scott's brother, directed it. And he actually wanted to direct both Reservoir Dogs and True Romance. But Quentin Tarantino wanted to get into film, and he gave Tony Scott a choice which one to do, and Tony Scott chose True Romance. And I just thought I'd get it out of the way and show you guys what a Laserdisc looks like with the first one, so that we got that out of the way. So this is a Warner Laserdisc. Here we go.
Big. So that if I open one of mine up, that's what it's going to look like?
Yeah.
If I put it on my record player, what's going to happen?
I don't think the stylus is going to be happy. The Laserdisc may or may not actually be very affected because they're fairly solid things. They could take a beating. Yeah,
they're read by lasers.
Yeah.
So Kim is here. Hi, Kim. I sent you an email yesterday.
Hi,
Hopefully
Kim.
It went through. Okay, now my dog wants to join. Okay, you're supposed to do 4.
Kim er fra Odense, from Odense, home of H.C. Andersen.
Okay, I heard you say anus. That's all I heard.
Andersen, H.C. Andersen, the writer of The Little Mermaid.
Oh, son of anus. I get it.
So Patricia Arquette, of course, Christian Slater, my big hero from back then, True Romance, my favorite 1990s movie. So this is probably my favorite musical of all time. That's the thing me and my dad.
I want that one. That's gorgeous.
So my dad was born in 1924, so he was 14 when Norway got occupied by the Germans. But there were a lot of musicals still left in Norway when the Germans came, so they would show many of them over and over again in the movies because Norwegians wouldn't go see German films, of course, during the occupation. Yeah. So he remembered watching old American musicals. Of course, this is not one of them, but so that kind of was a bonding thing between me and my dad. Were movies and
probably like the Broadway melody type movies, those kind of ones. I like those.
We both thought Danny Kaye, for example, was one of the most wonderful people on the planet Earth. So
I thought that too as a younger. Yeah, they used to play his movies on the VHF channels like a lot when I was young. And I always liked him. I mean,
didn't he play H.C. Andersen?
Did he do what?
Didn't he play the writer, Danish writer we just talked about, H.C. Andersen?
Yes, he did. And that's one of his Hans Christian Andersen, right? Yeah, that's the name of the movie, I think.
Hans Christian Andersen, yeah.
I've actually seen that one. So, that's very, and I think, I'm not sure, but it might be early color.
This is a gatefold, so I thought I'd show a Laserdisc gatefold.
I love when they have full page photos and art like that.
Absolutely.
And I think Gene Kelly is so cute.
Oh, he's amazing. I love the scene where he dances with Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah.
Not in this movie, but
yeah, he's so cute, and should I say it? His butt. Wow.
What year was this? 1951.
1951. Yeah, I wasn't around then yet.
During Korean War.
Wow. So Tommy, he says that he has a Japanese director's cut Laserdisc of Attack of the Killer Tomato. Maybe at the end we could let you come on and show that if you want. At the very end, if you're still around, I'll put out the link if we haven't gone on really, really long, and then you could show off your Laserdiscs.
Wasn't that one of the very, very early movie parts for? What was the actress in Selma and Louise? Not
Selma and Louise. Gina Davis or?
Yeah, wasn't Gina Davis in the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
I have no idea, but that's lauded as like the worst movie ever made, right? It's like, yeah, but she wasn't in that, was she? No, I don't think so. Did she have a bit part? Was she a tomato? I like Gina Davis. I really like her. I hope you're not saying she's a bad actress.
No, but I hated what happened to her career because I guess it was sort of Cutthroat Island that put put
an end to her career.
kibosh in that career, because it basically sank a film. It was Carolco, who of course is famous for having given us the Terminator 2. That was when pirate movies basically destroyed film companies. So yeah, too bad.
Oh, so Tommy, I think he was trying to tell a joke in his own way. So I don't think Gina's in that movie. Okay, based on his smile, I think he was joking. Okay, you showed 2, I think, so far.
Yeah,
so you got to show 2 more.
So let's go for another musical.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Wait, you showed this one recently, right?
Yeah, because we were talking about
Singing in the Rain.
Talk about.
Oh gosh, look at that.
One of the women that I have been eternally in love with is in this, and that's her there.
Which one is she?
That's Vera Ellen.
Oh, Vera Ellen. I've seen the movie. I don't remember which one she is.
Vera Ellen never sang. She was always dubbed, but she was a dancer extraordinaire.
Oh, okay.
Probably anorexic, unfortunately, but you will probably remember her best from the movie White Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's the one who ends up with Danny Kaye.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's kind of the kind of skinnier one. Yes, she's anorexic. Why do you want to get involved with a girl who's going to have problems? I mean,
I didn't know that when I saw the movies back when I was a youngin. But
you just need to stop, Morten.
So there we go.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Gene Kelly there.
Don't get me started. That guy.
And, we got Frank Sinatra and Betty Garrett and Ann Miller as well. New York, New York, it's a wonderful town.
That one might have been, I don't know if it was Best Picture of the Year. It might have. If not, it won a bunch of Academy Awards. My Academy Awards knowledge is like spotty. I know a lot, but I don't know.
The battery's down. Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, New York, New York.
It's the wonderful town.
And it starts the movie off. It's a hell of a good start to that movie.
Number 4, I've shown you this before, but I think this was a fun one because it is a Laserdisc release with 2 movies on it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, but it was the only way I could get Broadway Danny Rose on Laserdisc. And again, I have
both great movies, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I have very fun memories of going to the movies with my dad, and my dad was so surprised that at a very young age I liked and understood the humor of Woody Allen.
You were precocious.
We would always watch Woody Allen movies, and we absolutely loved his movies. So
you were probably a kid I wouldn't like.
Yeah, I think we have very common interests as far as
I'm joking. I like the art on the second one, and that
full Cairo, yeah.
If that were full frontal, that would be great.
Can you imagine that Jeff Daniels is in this and he's also in Dumb and Dumber?
Well, you know what? He's actually pretty funny in that movie. Like, that movie is stupid, but funny at the same time. Like
Jim Carrey fought to have Jeff in it because the film company tried to sabotage everything. And even Jeff Daniels' manager or agent or whatever you said tried to do everything to get him out of it, but Jeff Daniels insisted he do the movie, and he ended up doing the movie for spec. The lowest amount the company has to pay an actor, and he still did it, and of course he would not regret it. So
that's a lot of words in there.
Yeah, but it's for 2 movies, so maybe that's
Those Woody Allen people like words. Oh my gosh, too many words there too.
Yeah. The only bad thing about Broadway Danny Rose and all the movies from the 80s, of course, is that it's got Mia Farrow in it, and I hate Mia Farrow.
Really?
I didn't like her before all the Michigas, but I didn't like her before, and I sure don't like her now. So yeah.
Wow, I think that's just.
I'm a Diane Keaton person.
I like Diane Keaton too. Okay, here are mine. Now I'm going to
Yeah.
start off by
Let me know.
showing laser discs that I have and I dislike. So I'm going to show you why. Okay. So first off, I have this Honeymoon in Vegas. I like this movie.
Wow.
It's fun. Okay. But I'm showing this because this is what you don't do. They took the VHS tape art and slapped it on a laser disc, and there's this stupid heart border around it. And then, you know, it's they put no real effort into this. And this is the kind of laser disc I hate, because if you add this up, it's about half the cover is not used in the
Is
art.
that an Image Entertainment release? Because they kept making these dreadful covers.
Image, yeah, Image Entertainment. Yeah. You called it.
Yeah.
So number one, the picture is just, you know, okay, whatever. Maybe it's the poster art. Yeah, there you go. But come on, this is lazy. And
before,
so
earlier than that, they had that where you had both sides of the Laserdisc picture on either side of the poster. So the poster was in the middle, like it was covering a Laserdisc on all the covers that they made, and that was so
I know. Yeah, those are horrible. So even if it's a film that I really, really like, I avoid buying them in this format. I just now, because of space, but initially I bought them, but now I don't buy them anymore. I'm like, this is trash.
Yeah, it's not nice.
I don't want it. Next, even worse. This is an amazing movie. This is, again, Gene Kelly. She's someone I don't like very much.
No, she was in the Ziegfeld Follies, and she doesn't have a personality at all.
And we're going to talk about another of her movies is on my list. How much of this cover is wasted space?
Yeah, why didn't you just blow up that and make that the whole cover?
Or this is a really colorful movie with beautiful scenes. They couldn't have picked anything from this movie to have as a wonderful, gorgeous. Look at how much wasted space that is. This is ridiculous. This is what not to do. And I need this movie in my collection because I'm going to talk about why. Oh, here it is. It's an Academy Award winner. I'm trying to get all the Academy Award winners on Laserdisc, but if they're in a decent format.
I have that film on Laserdisc, but it's a different cover.
Yeah, there is. I think I have another one too. I just was pulling out because this is what you don't do. Here's another one. Chinatown. Now, this is not so bad, but they went out of their way to say, hey, it's a widescreen edition. So we're going to, on the art, we're going to give a bar at the top and the bottom.
But like, that's Paramount, and they were consistent. They did that pretty much all the way through their Laserdisc years.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Like, and this is a great piece of art. And if it had been the full page, it would have been even nicer, this image.
I mean, let's say 10% of movies that were released on Laserdisc were in pan scan, not widescreen.
Yeah.
Movie collectors would not buy them. So there were no point in putting the word widescreen on the cover because that's what people expected anyway.
I know. Ridiculous. So I've got one more to show. Actually, I got a couple more to show in this vein, but my number 4 is coming up in 1 second. I'm just putting this back in the bag. And sorry. And that one is going to be Jezebel. Now, first of all, that's a pretty cool cover. But then at the bottom, you just got this random like black bar that has no real info on it.
No, and that
this image, full page, would have been beautiful. Come on, jump up, jump.
Yeah, and putting fonts or types that do not match each other on the same page is a big no-no if you're into graphical design. And clearly, whoever did that Laserdisc was not someone who was into graphical design.
So those were 4. My dog is like trying to jump up again. Those are 4 examples. I've got a couple more of Laserdiscs that I want in my collection. I bought them, but I'm very disappointed because for me, Laserdiscs now are displayable art pieces for the most part. And those aren't very nice to look at.
No, I agree.
Okay. Kim is saying that you're too harsh. She says I'm okay, but you're harsh. And then Tommy says, are Laserdiscs easy to find there now? No, not really. For me, I can go to this big chain store called Amoeba, and they have one small section. But I've noticed that they've moved it. It used to be up and in the back, then it went to the side, and now the last two times I went to the store, I had to search because I was like, "Where is it?" They moved it to a bottom bin, like tucked under. Like, so pretty soon, I'm sure they won't even have a Laserdisc space.
They're
And
gonna
then,
they live on eBay, I think.
yeah, and the thing is, people on eBay think that these things are worth gold, and they're not. Like, I buy mine for $1 to $2 each. Now, of course, some of them are going to cost more, like some Criterion in good condition.
Yeah.
You know, they're a little bit rare. But some people online seem to think that all of these should go for like $10 to $20 each. What? Like, it's ridiculous. So buying them on eBay is, I think, not a viable way. But
There are some that never got a DVD release or a Blu-ray release, except a couple. I found one recently before Christmas that was released on DVD here in Europe. The Wildlife, starring Chris Penn and some other. It was like a copycat Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay.
But it had so much expensive rock music on it that they never managed to get deals together to release it, and it existed only on a very old Laserdisc, and I wanted that for years and years.
What's the movie called? Never mind.
The Fast Life.
Oh, The Fast Life. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it. And another thing that I want to say about Laserdiscs, they were the first to kind of do, if I'm not mistaken, commentaries with a separate track. And so for me, that was fascinating that you could have actors and directors talk over the entire movie. And so I started getting Laserdiscs just because of that. And I remember one of the first ones I got was The Fisher King. I actually don't have it, and that has a wonderful commentary on it.
Wonderful.
And sometimes when they would port them over from on the DVD, they wouldn't put the commentaries.
And a funny thing is that also Blu-rays haven't utilized the Blu-rays capacity at all, in my opinion. Very often they are
most people don't care.
Their vanilla copies like the DVDs, and the whole selling point is but it's got better picture. Yeah, but you got enough storage room on a Blu-ray to put this movie in here 6 times over, and you left out all the commentaries and stuff that were on the old Laserdiscs.
Yeah, and most people don't care about those.
If you watch Robin Hood Men in Tights, which is a dreadful one of Mel Brooks's worst films, was it Richard Lewis who just died?
Don't know.
Long-haired comedian, was on Conan O'Brien a lot, stand-up guy as well. And he was Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay.
But if the film is really, really bad. But if you watch it with Mel Brooks commentaries on it, it actually becomes far better.
The commentaries do add a lot in many instances, and they tell you. I liked how they would talk about how they set up the shot and what they were trying to get out of the shot, and like what mood, and they often add a lot to your to your experience. And a lot of Criterions would also have historians talk about the older movie. Yeah, so it was like a lesson. All right, you're up. You got your 4 coming.
You got your Mel Brooks Jewish Catskills shtick, without anyone from a film company telling him what to say or not to say, like they probably did for the movie, and it just enhances the experience so much. So another Woody Allen film, Shadows and Fog.
I love that movie. I told you that already, but I think that's atrocious because that image is beautiful in black and white, and it should be the entire front. of that Laserdisc.
If Criterion hadn't, if Woody Allen wasn't wasted on Criterion, because he never returns to movies, he never does anything. Asking him to do a commentary would be like asking him to, I don't know, go into a men's locker room. But if Criterion had done this, they would have definitely done that.
Okay. Yeah, so that I don't have that one. I would like to have that one actually, but it's disappointing that the art doesn't fill up the entire front.
And it's got one of my big heroes in it, although his picture is not actually here. This was the second or first film John Cusack did with Woody Allen. The other one was Bullets Over Broadway.
Oh, and you know what? I remember saying to myself when I saw that movie that John Cusack was trying to imitate Woody Allen.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he needed to get into his thing, but it really felt like it because it was written by Woody Allen. I think it was meant initially for Woody Allen to play. It was this neurotic character, and John Cusack, he just jumps into the role, and he felt like Woody Allen, which is a good thing.
John Cusack's got to be the most Jewish non-Jew on the planet. He's got that mannerism. By the way, Patricia Arquette's character in True Romance.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino had originally wanted Joan Cusack to play her.
Wow, that would be interesting. I actually think that she is a very good actress who is so underutilized because of her looks, and that's
probably. Because she's a bit frumpy. She's a bit frumpy, I guess.
Yeah, and I always think that she's very good in everything she does, and that's just such a shame.
And Tony Scott then wanted Drew Barrymore.
I love Drew.
He couldn't get her because of various reasons, and they ended up with Patricia Arquette, who's such an innocent, wonderful figure in that way she plays that role. So that was
I love Medium. Medium is my show. I love it. I love it. Morten, do you know Danish Soul Media? I co-worked with them, and I was in a company that distributes DVD BDs here. Is BD a Blu-ray disc?
Yeah. No, I don't know Soul Media, I think. Next
Morten,
one.
how dare you?
Yeah, how dare I? This is this film. When I originally started wanting to own films in the VHS days, you could not get it in Norway. It was banned. You couldn't rent it. It was deemed too violent. So here it is.
What is it? Oh, I actually have that one. I didn't pull it. I have that same one. It's well, I don't think it's too violent, but it was really banned.
Yeah. They had some fairly strict.
I think it was banned because they showed his butt initially in that one scene when he teleports. You get to see the crack of his butt, so I think that's why it was banned.
Speaking of butts, did you know that they cut Jack Black from True Romance?
No, I did not know that.
No, he was an usher at that film in the beginning when they was watching all those Chiba movies.
Oh,
who says that the cavalcade is over? You all need to get the hell out of here. And I think he brought like an angry dog or something to chase out the people in the movie room.
Oh no, I didn't know that. They cut it.
This is I think this is a really cool DVD. No, Laserdisc. Sorry, I love this cover. I think it's.
I guess. I'm not a fan of I like drawings, basically. I like art more so than an actor on the cover, but that is very nice. I actually have a bunch where there are actors on the cover, and that is a really nice one, but I prefer personally I do that.
The Terminator 2 Laserdisc is just a shot of him with a shotgun sitting on a motorcycle. Looks like a promo photo, which is so boring compared to this.
Look that his name is bigger than the movie title.
Yeah.
On that thing. Norway had very strict censorship, like here. Terminator was forbidden under 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of I was in South Korea for 2 years, and I would go to the movie theater a lot, the movies. and there was like nothing else to do. And the movies were so cut, like, and I mean, they would cut like half an hour, 45 minutes out of movies. It was
What
like,
branch were you in?
I'm sorry.
What branch?
No, I was there teaching English. But I was in the Navy, but I wasn't there for the military.
Because I was surprised that you hadn't been to Copenhagen, because that's like U.S. Navy seems to visit Copenhagen quite often.
Did you do 4?
No, I did 3. One more.
Oh well, you never. Let's get this going. Oh, I've actually never seen that.
I own the biggest from ceiling to floor French metro poster of this, and I went to have it
Why?
put on like one of these glued on like a board, so I could have it standing on the ground up to against the wall. And I went back to the framing shop. Haven't heard from them in a while, and the place had gone under.
Oh,
my poster.
Wow.
This movie is such an atmospheric, wonderful.
I've never seen that one. Jim Jarmusch.
The whole soundtrack is just basically Neil Young playing very softly his guitar through the whole thing. So if you buy the soundtrack, it's basically a Neil Young instrumental record. And I think it's a fantastic film.
Well, I can't comment because I haven't seen it, unfortunately.
What do you think about the way they did the art here? Apart from I don't really care what the Chicago reader thinks about anything. So will you please keep that away from
I know those stupid words at the bottom to do the art. This is music says in Denmark. Oh, my voice. Hold on. That was me clearing my throat. Okay, whereas in Denmark, we kids could watch ultra-violent, butt-filled movies while we were still in kindergarten. Well, that explains a lot, Kim. Thank you.
I would sometimes go to the movies in Denmark, and the film would start, and I would realize that I had already seen the movie in Norway, because the Danes changed the titles, translated it into Danish, but also translated the meaning of the title so much that I didn't realize that it was a movie I had seen, and it happened several times.
Wow. Well, that's kind of interesting.
For example, National Lampoon's Vacation was translated into Fars fede ferie, which means that is really cool holiday. And it's like, you think that was a cool holiday? It's a disaster from beginning to start. What did the guy who came
sarcasm? Sarcasm.
And they kept doing it. Everything was the daddies or the teenage kids' cool trip, getting a driver's license, pretty annoying.
Yes. All right, here we go. I'm still in the vein of ones that I'm a little bit mad about. So this is an Oscar-winning Best Picture of 1942, and that is Miss Miniver. It's a great movie, actually. I really like it. But notice how we have bars on the side, indicative of porting over the VHS tape art.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, gosh, this would be great if it were just the whole... Why do I need these bars on the side? Like, why? I mean, what's the point? Oh, you're lazy. That's it. You don't want to make new art. Here's another one. This one baffles me. I actually haven't opened this one. Here's Oliver. I mean, I have to have this in my collection. It won the Best Picture that year. But notice, look, there's this black bar over here, right?
Yeah.
But the art continues onto the back.
Oh, no.
What the? They could have just slid it over. Like, what is wrong with you? And this is the best character, too. And she got slid over to the back. Like, what? That is so lazy. So I'm like, this is not right. That's how you not do art. Okay, hold on. This is music said, in the 70s and the 80s, they do weird translation of the titles of foreign movies. Yeah. Tommy says, I miss the days when film names were translated to Finnish. Now everything is in English. Boring.
Well,
No comment.
I kind of think that things should be kept in its original titles more, in a way. For example, the Swedes, the capital of Finland, the Swedes will say Helsingfors, which is the old colonial name for the city. And while I, as a Norwegian or a Dane, will say Helsinki. So you don't change people's first names normally when they come to another country. So why would you change the name of the cities or the titles of an artwork into translate that?
You're just getting political now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm being culturally
we're finally getting to the ones that I really, really like. Although, so here I have this beautiful Jane Eyre.
Ooh.
And I still have a little bit of a problem. They've shrunk the bar down to this much, but it's almost, if I cover that up, it's almost full frontal. And now this is what I'm talking about, how the art can look so beautiful when it's full cover. And we don't need this stupid little bar at the bottom.
No.
I mean, and notice how they colorized it, even though it's a black and white movie. Yeah. They gave us this tinted image for the cover that really makes it pop. And I think this is gorgeous art.
I think that's okay because, I mean, the movie posters back in the day wouldn't be black and white just because the movie was.
Yeah. And this is how you do it right. So this is Mutiny on the Bounty. I mean, look at this gorgeous cover taken right from the poster, right? They shrunk it in there. They got everything to fit, right? But look at this. It's gorgeous. It goes cover to cover. There's almost no blank space. I mean, your eyes just roving over everything to take in all of this gorgeous art. On the back, you get, look at him. He is like hilariously skinny. Like this is Clark Gable. Like you never expect to see him like that. But anyways.
He wanted to check out for himself what scurvy was like.
I guess, yeah. And look at this. They include the original. I've never opened this up. I'm going to open this up online. On air, if I can, because let's see what the middle is like.
That woman that being kissed on the front cover there, I kind of doubt that she's of South Pacific stock.
You know what? I don't remember. I seen this a long time ago, but you're right. She's probably they pull in where there's a plantation or something like that, and there's the daughter of the horrible colonial plantation
on Tonga.
I don't know. And so, we're opening this for the first time. So this was
nice.
It's got a list of all of their movies. Man, there's a lot. The Lion Roars on Laser, over 500 titles that you can order.
You should send them like a backdated order.
I love it. Let's buy these. How much did they cost? Oh my gosh. They were $35, $99, $79. They're still too expensive.
30 years ago? Wow.
Yeah.
That would be like
A Day at the Races
$80
was $35. Today. The Dawn of Sound Volume 3 was $100. So wow, that's pretty. Let me see if I can find the Gold Diggers. Anyways, I'm not gonna stare at this all day, but hey, an unboxing live. But this thing is gorgeous. Beautiful
Laserdisc.
I think I showed 4 there.
Yeah.
But before you go ahead and grab yours. I'm gonna go through the comments. Here are 2 official languages, Finnish and Swedish. So cities have both names. Confusing. Were Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill movies also really popular in Finland and Norway back in the 70s and 80s? I can't answer that.
I remember they being very popular in Denmark. I don't really have the same, but I would usually rent videos in Denmark and not so much in Norway. So I guess that's kind of why I don't remember so well.
But Tommy says yes. But short, what do I say? Long answer short, yes.
Yeah.
Here's Kim says, I grew up watching them on VHS and on German TV. I still find them really entertaining.
Mm.
Awesome.
They're like the spaghetti buddy movies.
How many have we done? We've done about 8 so far. So we each have 3 more sets. You're up. I love that. Okay, that's another example of ported over bad art. I love that movie so much.
I do. And this is sort of the director's cut that we've been waiting 35 years for. Mr. James Cameron to release.
You know about that, right? Because it was cut for political reasons, and the original one is way better. It's like 1,000. The ending is 1,000 times better than the.
Yeah, I'm not only that, but I mean, you when you watch this version, you understand what the hell the movie is about.
I know, and they totally cut it, and it made no sense, and that's why it was a huge flop in the theater. But when you watch
it, basically, and this is one of several Fox deluxe editions I have. For example, I have Alien and Aliens. Aliens, of course, also were much better in the director's cut.
Yeah,
much better much easier to follow. But I mean, I guess what they thought was that people didn't have bladder control in the movies or whatever. But so it came with this as well. Lots of reading material and.
Yeah,
and
I
remember
movie,
the documentary about this.
But you can't tell me that Laserdisc couldn't have had a better cover than that.
How horrible it was for the actors in that big tank and the chlorine damage they suffered.
You know what? The people on Titanic say the same thing. Like James Cameron, killed them basically.
Yeah. Wow.
This is music says there's even a thrash metal band called Gamma Bomb that did a song called Miami Super Cops based on the Spencer Hill movie. Their music video is just footage from the movie. Fun. I don't know this Miami Super Cops. Or
this next one is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I told you about how my dad and I loved going to Woody Allen movies and Danny Kaye, but the other actor that we adored, both of us, and who's I get a little verklempt when I'm going to.
Don't even start crying, and I'm going to cut you off. Go.
Jack Lemmon.
Oh, I love Jack Lemmon. He's a super actor, by the way.
And one of the most wonderful films in the world. I have this. I have it on Laserdisc. Unfortunately, it's probably the ugliest Laserdisc I'm going to show today. Because it originally had one of these amazing movie posters that was a cartoon. And I'm going to show you a Laserdisc later that I think is from one of the same school of artists. But here we go. It's Avanti.
I like that cover. What are you talking about?
I like it, but it's such a cop out because the original movie poster was so much more fun.
Was it? Oh, I wouldn't know, but I like that. I would buy that just for the cover.
You could imagine the movie posters to, for example, Woody Allen's Bananas. In one of those drawn by. You remember?
Don't they have the movie poster on the back?
Do you remember the cartoonist? You remember the cartoonist who did the movie spoofs for Mad Magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the movie poster was made by one of those guys.
Yeah, Tommy agrees that the cover seems to be good, but I'm going to look up the Avanti movie poster while you talk. Go ahead. You can do the next one while I'm finding Avanti.
Yeah, but I'm going to show you something that means a lot to me now that we're talking about Woody Allen. Oh, sorry, about Jack Lemmon. And I need you unabrided.
No. Okay. Oh, I like this one. I like that one.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a French one, actually.
I like it. That's awesome. Okay, but there's a couple different ones. So there's this.
That's the one. That's the original movie poster to Avanti.
And then they also have this, but you can see that that one's Spanish. Yeah. You know, I have an album of music, a music album of Jack Lemmon.
Oh, you do?
Seen it.
Oh, wow.
You've seen it, right?
So my dad died in '95, and I moved down here to Denmark, and I saw one or two Jack Lemmon movies, and I was really moved because I wasn't watching it with my dad, and somehow I managed to find an address for Jack Lemmon's agent.
Wow.
So I wrote Jack Lemmon a letter and telling him how me and my dad loved his movies, and of course I was a fairly young person at the time, um, and um, and I wrote about how intense it was for me to watch a Jack Lemmon movie alone at home
Yeah.
that I'd never seen before without my dad.
Yeah.
And a couple of months went past, and a brown envelope came in the mail, and it contained this.
Wow. Wow. That's so amazing. What does it say?
Morten, my best wishes, Jack Lemmon.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's one of the
Why
dearest
isn't that
things
hanging on
ever.
your wall?
Pardon?
Why isn't that hanging up on your wall?
It is, but I
No, it's
didn't
not.
wanna-
You're holding it.
I didn't want to bring my laptop to my wall to show you.
That's amazing. That's really stunning. Yeah, that's
yeah.
beautiful.
So I
Great
have,
story,
I
Morten.
have a few autographs from actors who sent me stuff, and but this one's the clincher, so to speak.
Yeah.
So and funny enough, there was like 5 days ago I stumbled across a documentary about the life and career of Jack Lemmon on Danish TV. So yeah,
Wow.
there you go.
That's awesome.
Was that my?
I don't even know, Morten.
No, that was my second. Yes.
You keep trying to
Moving
get
on.
sentimental, and I'm losing count.
Moving on to my third.
Okay. Ugh. That's a great movie. What the hell, Criterion? That's ridiculous. They do this a lot. And Criterion movies are so collectible. And you're going to do that to it? Ugh.
Yeah.
Great,
But
great
this is
movie.
again a movie that I remember I bought to see because my dad talked about. Oh my God. The director, jeez.
Fellini.
Fellini, yeah. And of course, I was very interested in Fellini because I love Woody Allen, and my dad said, "Well, we got to see Fellini movies." So I remember nothing ever came up in the movies or anything. So I ended up buying this when I saw it in the movie shop, and I watched this together with my dad, and he hadn't seen it at that time for probably 20 years or something. So it's another beautiful little memory there, and there's the wonderful actress. Oh, come on.
Yeah. She's very childlike, right? Even as an adult. Yeah.
Giulietta Massini.
She's a waif. Yeah, that's a great movie. Great. But I have an autograph from Christopher Lee.
A modern
Hold on,
musical.
I'm reading the comment. I have an autograph from Christopher Lee and chair where he rested when he was visiting my store.
Ooh.
You shrined his where his butt was. I love it. I hope you like that chair and you're just not like just keeping it because he sat there. What does that say? Blasa glog. Wait,
glug.
Blasa glug.
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 I thought Tommy would get a kick out of it.
Aastad. Morten Aastad. What does that say? Everyone says I love you. Oh, it's a Woody Allen movie, right?
Yeah, it's his musical.
Eddie Glug. How do you say that? Edir? If there's Edir. Edir. Edir.
Well, that's Danish for
Is it? Oh, Glug. He doesn't like that brand?
No.
Is that what you're saying? Kim, I don't understand these foreign words. Like, are you saying you like it? You don't like it? Are you saying cheers? Glug.
You put enough vodka in anything, it'll taste good. So,
but is that bottle that you held up? Is that like beer?
No, it's it's not Glühwein, but it's kind of Scandinavian Glühwein. So it's
what the hell's a Glühwein?
It's that warm Christmas stuff they drink in Germany.
Eggnog.
No, nothing to do with eggnog.
What's a Glühwein? It sounds like a cow to me. Glühwein. Okay, Blasaglag Glück is great Christmas drink. The chair is already Danish design. And I guess it's capital C, so that means it's the brand. The chair is the brand name. Morten gets it. Well, of course. I don't even know what this Glühwein thing is. Oh, mulled wine. Okay, thank you.
Mulled wine, yeah, that's one.
Okay, so go ahead. Talk about that last movie. I didn't
Oh,
hear
yeah,
everything
it's
you said.
Everyone Says I Love You. It was Woody Allen's. He always wanted to do a musical, and he did. Of course, it's extremely Upper West Side, but it's funny. It's got an amazing cast. Alan Alda, another one of my all-time favorite actors. Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore is dubbed in the movie, by the way. She's the only actor who doesn't sing. I mean, even Woody sings, but Drew was singing voice was apparently not one anyone wanted to hear. Goldie Hawn.
Oh yeah, I like
her. Gabby Hoffman, Natasha Lyonne.
Okay.
Remember?
I mean, are you just going to read every actor from that?
You know who Natasha Lyonne is, don't you?
If I've seen that movie, so I must.
Yeah, but
at some level.
Didn't you talk about Russian Doll a while back?
No.
The Netflix thing?
I haven't seen it, so no.
I'm okay. I'm mixing you up with someone else. Edward Norton.
Yeah. Some other really handsome guy.
Very young Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay.
Julia Roberts, who sings.
Natalie Portman was in. Oh, never mind.
And we have Tim Roth. But finally, we also have David Ogden Stiers.
Oh, yeah. I like him. From MASH.
Yeah, so we have Alan Alda and David Ogden in the same movie, which is kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, both from MASH.
Yeah.
Wasn't Natalie Portman as a child in the remake of the French movie?
No, you're thinking she was in that Hitman movie with a French actor, but that wasn't the remake.
Luc Besson or whatever.
Luc Besson.
It wasn't it a remake of a French
you're
movie?
thinking about. You're probably thinking about Nikita was a remake.
Wow, Guz. Hi, Guz. Oh, La Femme Nikita. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Anyways, I had some context for that. I just didn't know what. All right, my turn. My dog's in my lap now, so I can't hold my laser discs properly. Okay, sit down. They're all over me, these dogs. I'm going to show you a gorgeous one. Look at this. I want all Disney movies to look like this. Look at this. And Disney movies are actually more expensive to buy on Laserdisc. Everything Disney is. But I got this for like $2 or $3. But look at this. Now, this is a great way to do a movie, right? Like, look at this gorgeous art.
I'm thinking with your beard, you should probably say 2 bits instead of $2.
2 bits. All right. And next, here's another one. Lassie Come Home. Look at now. This is the way you do a Laserdisc, right? You just have the title, and you just have the a scene from the movie that's been colorized, slightly tinted more than colored. And this had Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to get up there. She was such a baby in this movie.
Oh,
there she is. Can you see her?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is a great movie. This is a really good movie. So yeah, just because it's Roddy McDowall. I mean, so awesome. And next, this one, it's a little bit the actual sleeve is a little bit wavy. I don't like that because it makes it puffy. So I probably have to get a new sleeve for that. But this one is Mysterious Island.
Wow.
So that's sci-fi, and look at this gorgeous cover art on it. That is great. Now I probably paid about $5 for this because it's sci-fi, and they even put the Ray Harryhausen collection, which I don't mind that they did that, but I could have done without it, right? But yeah, I mean, this is an old sci-fi where you got gigantic monsters that are made from clay coming after you, stop motion. But yeah, look at what a gorgeous cover that is. What do you think?
I mean, he worked on Terminator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, they're saying hi to Guz. Hola, Guz, to the main. Lassie was my favorite TV show as a kid. Well, Tommy, have you seen that movie? It's such a good movie.
I was more into Skippy.
And Harryhausen rules. What did you say? Skippy?
I was more into Skippy.
Is that the dolphin?
No, a kangaroo. Or a wallaby, actually. If it had been a kangaroo, it would have kicked the kid's head off.
Oh, that's true. That would have been awesome. Thanks again for spreading the word. Hey, Tommy. Yeah, I'm trying to remember every week to and then you made a short out of me when I was drunk. That was rude, but I don't care. Look at this gorgeous one I'm about to show you. Tarzan and his mate.
Tarzan.
I want the whole series. And then look at the back.
Johnny Weissmuller.
This is the way you do it. Like, look at this gorgeous cover art.
Hello, Jane. I'm Johnny Weissmuller. I mean, Tarzan.
Let me see your midriff.
I'm lying down because my belly is too big to show standing up.
Look at this. But you got to admit, like, who wouldn't want to pick this up just from the cover? Why
was Tarzan's son boy in the movie, but Korak in the comics?
No, they had a Tarzan line and they also had a Korak. They were different lines.
Yeah, but in the movies, his son was called a boy.
Oh,
but in the comics, his son was called Korak, and I never understood why.
Maybe later they advanced to calling him Korak, or maybe Korak means boy in the native language.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know about that. Sorry. What? Guys, I don't care. If I put it online, you're allowed to like do whatever you want with it. That's my bad, right? So, gee. I don't know what happened. Okay, so I just did 4. Yeah, Korak is the name of Tarzan's son in comics. I think I did 4, right? So now it's your turn.
So how did they do box sets in the olden days, in the Laserdisc days? Well, they made you buy a box set with one movie in it, and then they told you to fill it yourself afterwards. So
they've done that a few times. What's that? Star Trek?
That's Star Trek.
Oh, I've never seen that. I've never seen that before.
So this is the original TOS movies. And when you bought it, it came with one movie, and you had to fill in the rest yourself. So you have, the original motion picture, and this is a typical Paramount cover.
That's like bad. That's a bad cover, and it's a. I'm not going to say it's a bad movie, but it's got huge chunks that are supremely boring. But it's a good film overall.
I like the mood of it. I like the fact that they dared to make. Yeah, but I like the fact that and you have to remember I'm part Norwegian and we love making slow TV, so maybe that's why I like it. But
I mean, they go around when they're in that little shuttle and they go around the ship like 25 times. You're like, okay, I get it.
I kind of thought it was. But David, I thought it was kind of brave that they because remembering this is right after Star Wars and Superman, and yet they do a film which is more cerebral, and I just thought that was brave of them.
That part wasn't cerebral. That part was more. But anyways, it's not a horrible movie. It's got some pacing problems, I believe.
So this is 2 discs, and this is a single disc, The Wrath of Khan.
Okay, so they're going with that theme of just putting a square on the cover. I love that movie.
Look at Montalban's face there.
I know. He was insane.
And then we had the first Star Trek movie I watched in the movies, which was The Search for Spock, which was a little bit of a problem because I hadn't.
They go to San Francisco in that movie? Is that the one? Oh, no, the next one.
Next one.
Oh, I love the San Francisco movie.
So is this...
Oh, wait. We got to read this comment. Guys, here were Brazilian metal bands and Weekend playing here in a festival. Turku for Satan, black metal show. That doesn't sound fun. It sounds like they're murdering babies.
Yeah.
It's a visually stunning movie. Star Trek 4 is the best. So there we go. We're on Star Trek 4. Now look at the beautiful cover art for that one. Hold it up. It's a drawing and a painting. That should be full cover.
Absolutely.
Like, seriously. Ugh. They're getting me mad. They wanted it to be more like 2001.
Here's the most hated Star Trek movie probably until
Which one is it?
This is the Final Frontier, the one where they go, was Shatner directed, and where they go looking for God.
Oh, Turku is the old capital of Finland. Oh, okay. Turku for Satan? Okay, that's much better.
Yeah,
that art is.
And this is younger than the ones. This is a younger Laserdisc than the previous one, because here you see Paramount has gone away from that the bars on the side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I thought it's a terrific film, by the way, The Undiscovered Country, because it kind of colored what was going on in the world with the breakup of the Soviet Union and everything, the breakup of the Klingon Empire, and then the film that actually came with a box was this one.
Okay, that's beautiful. Look at that.
Star Trek
again. There's only one little bar at the top. And that's pretty good. Yeah. That's the way it should be done.
And when I opened the box, I found that I stuffed a couple of things in there many years ago.
Wow. Ilana, what was her name? Ilana
Rocks or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ilana Torres, sorry.
That? Did you get it signed, or you bought it?
I got it signed. I was at the Star Trek convention at the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh my God, you're a nerd.
I wasn't a Trekkie. I was a Trekker.
You're a nerd. What does NSBM mean?
Pardon?
Oh. NSBM. No Satan black metal? It's coming from Gus, so I have no idea what that is. Aw. He signed that too?
Yeah.
You know what? You did not meet him. He signed it. So I went to one Star Trek convention, and you know who was there?
Oh my!
The guy who worked in the engineering. What was his name? Scotty. Is his name Scotty? The one in the engineering?
George. Doohan.
I met him.
Yeah, I met him too.
Whatever. This is my story.
Sorry.
What is that? You're ruining my story. Are you trying to steal my thunder? There are issues with some black metal bands. I like the Final Frontier. Don't tell anyone. Well, I think you just outed yourself. That box is okay. Send that to me in the mail fast. Good evening, Sleepy Reader. Tommy, greetings. You are a nerd, says the Garage Geek. There's a difference between geek and nerd. He's a nerd and I'm a geek. No, there's no difference. I'm Scotty, yes. Oh, hi, Scotty. I don't think you're the one from the engineering section. What is NSBM? National Socialist Black Metal. Oh, like I didn't know any. And then because this is music, National Social. Okay, like even black metal, they're all getting political. Well, I know there's a lot of. I don't want to say this is probably bad of me to say, but I associate a lot of like extreme punk and metal with like kind of skinhead and Nazism. I mean, I just do. I'm sure it's not like that. In fact, Kim and a few others have opened my eyes to a lot of metal not being like that. So, but I could see definitely how those extreme bands could have all those extreme, what do you call it? Political views, but whatever. We're talking about Laserdiscs here, and you guys are going off on religion. Get back to the Laserdiscs, people. I saw my favorite black metal band. Here we go again. What? Frigid Winter. Oh, what is this? They have. Okay, in what Laserdisc did we show anything? Guz, I'm blaming you. You've overtaken the chat with this craziness. Geeks bite off chicken heads. No, that's Ozzy. I did a review of my Laserdiscs. Check it out and let me know if it is good or bad. Oh, okay, I will. I'll definitely do that. I know one was Aladdin. I had to explain CAD, which is what was that again? That's the format of it.
Yeah, it was CLD and CAD. So CLD was the normal running speed, and then they had these CADs, didn't they? Where was
It's
the
kind of like Region 1 and Region 2 kind of thing.
no, it had to do with
The speed, but it would prevent some
because you could pause CADs. Wasn't that the thing?
Oh, and get screenshots.
But they only lasted about 30 minutes instead of 30 minutes instead of 1 hour. So they would often do CAD on the third disc or third side, for the climax of the movie. So you could get still pictures of and slow motion of really cool explosive scenes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So Guz says that he owned a few Laserdiscs a long time ago. Okay. Thanks. I think most people did. Tenebre. Isn't that what's his name? The famous Dario Argento. Like, I haven't seen Tenebre, but I it's a movie I need to. CAD equals 30 minutes sides. Can you use a Laserdisc as a frisbee? Absolutely. Tommy's Vinyl Knot. I did not know that band. Okay, we're going on about the bands again. Sleepy, no. Okay, they're having their own conversation. I got 2 more to get through, and then it's my turn. I only owned about 600 before I moved. That's a lot. I don't have anywhere near. I have like 50 maybe, but I'm really trying to scale down which ones I buy. Oh, people keep adding, and I got to read more. I distributed Tenebre DVD in Finland. Argento also visited my store. Did you keep his chair? Still have Tenebre Posto signed by Argento. That's cool. Oh gosh, they keep adding things. I couldn't avoid Laserdisc back then. I'm stopping, so I'm gonna show my 4 now. I'm gonna get behind in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. So the next one I'm gonna show is, I think, a really, really important musical. It's one of the first African American musicals, I think, put onto film. You can tell because they, first of all, it's got a lot of important people in it, and the singing, like, they would make mistakes and they wouldn't go back and fix it, and you'll hear a voice crack or someone be off key, but still, this is a great movie, and it's about very quickly, it's about a guy who's torn between his wife and a mistress. And a devil pops in, and it's typical musical, but because of the cast, that's what makes this stand out. If you haven't seen Cabin in the Sky, you really should. What year was this anyway? I don't even know. 1943. Great movie. I'm so happy to have this on Laserdisc. Next, one of my favorites. I never forgot a scene in this movie. Leave Her to Heaven with Gene Tierney. Gene Tierney is amazing in this movie. There's a scene in a boat where if you watch it, you won't forget it. Have you seen this movie?
No.
Oh wow, it's so good. So this woman will do anything to keep her man. And she wants, oh gosh, this is a good movie.
That's where modern technology kind of feels like it lets us down. All these movies we should be able to watch these movies by clicking on a button anytime, but they're just languishing in some sort of limbo of rights. And I mean, who is going to make money on that movie now? Let people watch the art that humanity has made, and don't lock it up and say, yeah, we're waiting for a new physical media that we can make money on. There's not going to be any more physical media for movies.
Yeah. You know what? I want to say that there's another controversy about movies being cut. So Disney is cutting.
Don't get me started with Disney. I kind of hate
say it
them
anymore,
now.
but they're just let me talk. You don't say anything. So, because I talked about this with the movie. What was it? The one it won the Academy Award, and they cut out the scene because the guy's racist. It's his character. I forget the name of the movie. but now they're cutting out scenes from Mary Poppins because she says the word Hottentot. You look like a Hottentot because they have blackface on, or they're not blackface, but they have soot all over their faces, and so they're going in and saying, "Hey, this is not appropriate," and they cut it. And so, it's an ongoing thing, right? Where you're not getting the original movies anymore when you stream.
Historical revisionism, and I don't like
but
it.
But that's a problem with the pushing the button thing that you're talking.
Yeah,
because you might not get what was originally put out. Just kidding. Okay, they were very expensive. They were extremely expensive, but now you can get them for $1 or $2.
Yeah, and also have to remember, although they were expensive, VHS tapes, when Laserdiscs first came around, if you wanted to buy VHS discs, they were not for a home audience. They were for rental. And if you wanted to buy them, they were 4, 5, 6 times more expensive than the Laserdiscs. So Laserdiscs actually came in first for the home buying crowd. It was later on, although we never saw that in Europe, but in America and Japan, the Laserdisc were, if you wanted to buy a movie and bring it home, the Laserdisc were considerably cheaper than to buy a VHS tape, because then you had to buy a rental copy and it would set you back hundreds and hundreds of dollars. No, they weren't.
There were never any Scandinavian sub.
No.
Not even to click to add the subs.
No one ever sold any Laserdiscs minted for the Scandinavian market, because anywhere you bought Laserdiscs in Scandinavia was a specialty shop that imported them from the States and did some magic with them, so you could run American Laserdiscs on them.
To be honest, watching a Laserdisc now is probably not the greatest experience. The quality, believe it or not, is not as even good as a DVD sometimes.
Yes, it is, David. The problem is that it's not the Laserdisc player's fault or the disc.
Yeah.
The TV does not respond to the SCART cable. It doesn't do the rescaling that an HDMI cable.
Who watch it, they're not going to see a good quality unless you know how to set everything up, right?
You got to find yourself an old glass screen television.
So back to what I was saying, if you buy a Laserdisc player and you put one in, which I have one, and I do watch them, like the quality is not going to be good unless you know what you're doing. That's what I was trying to get to, right? So for me, these are beautiful art pieces. And I do watch them, but they're not the ideal way to watch a movie now. Like, even I think a VHS is easier, because this one you have to flip them. Like in the middle of the movie, you have to flip them. Sometimes there'll be multiple discs, so you have to take them in and out and flip them.
My Laserdisc flips the movie itself, or the head turns around.
Yeah.
So as long as it's under 2-hour film, I don't have to. I have to do it. My older, because I have 2 Laserdisc players. One of the reasons I don't play as many Laserdiscs as I want to, one, I'm scared the machines are going to break down, and 2, both my remotes are broken.
Yeah, another thing that I was going to tell you: the more moving parts that you have inside of a machine like that, I would not buy one that did it like that, because the chances are that it's going to break sooner rather than later because of all those moving parts. I know, I laughed. That's what I was laughing at. That was hilarious. Scotty, that was funny. Okay. I remember that UK PAL Laserdisc thing had several subs, but not finished. I don't remember.
Someone's going to put you in the sauna and lock the door if you keep up the Finnish puns.
I love those. Keep them rolling. Probably Nordic people don't like it, but I don't think they were ever super common, and that's why they didn't last long. Like, there was such a short period of time, and then DVDs came, and that killed the Laserdisc market. DVDs are so much easier.
They were more common than VHS players, but that was in Japan.
Oh, I'm reading this. Flight of the Navigator. I never knew that the ship said something. Understand and make the boy wait. Okay, good. I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. I still have 2 more, and then I have another set, so we got to get this moving. Yeah, they're definitely for movie collectors, movie enthusiasts. I love flipping the laser discs. It gives me a chance to go to the bathroom. That's true.
And they gave you the first opportunity to experience surround sound with the correct equipment at home, because you couldn't get that with VHS.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I hope comics that you will actually pick some up and then maybe show them off. I would love to see what you can buy for $1. Oh, look, Scotty wants to know where it is. He's never seen them. Hi, Pie Face.
It would be great if they could come up with like a cheap thing like this Blu-ray cassette for old physical media, like a laserdisc player. You know, there's no frills things that so you could use you weren't scared of never being able to play your old media again.
Okay, it's still my turn, so I'm going on. Okay, this next one is a guilty pleasure. I love this movie. I don't care if anybody says anything bad about it. That's your problem. This is one of my favorite movies. I love it. Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour. It's a time travel movie. It makes no sense. Who cares? It's
Beautiful
amazing.
Beautiful
I love
art.
this movie. And
about the thing up in the corner there where it says laser video.
Yeah, this is horrible. That's true. And then they got it on the back. But and look, even down here, I don't care. This is my movie. So
when is this Laserdisc from? 1978?
It's horrible, isn't it? Laser video disc.
Oh.
So 1985 was the copyright on. But I just enjoy having this movie in every format. I have the VHS, I have the DVD, obviously. I don't know if I have the Blu-ray, actually. I have to check about that. But yeah, I mean, this is just a fun movie. And I believe this introduced me to Rachmaninoff, although I probably had heard of him before that. Yeah, that's my movie. Okay, I've got one more. Is David torturing you, Kim? I don't torture anybody. I'm so nice.
What's the name of that movie with Christopher Reeve?
Somewhere in Time. And Jane Seymour. I love it. Okay. You can hook your Laserdisc player to your computer. You may have to go through 1,000 different wires and use Make MKV software to convert for free. And if needed, handbrake to. Ugh, that sounds. I don't want to do all that. That
was Live and Let Die, Jane Seymour, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, she's a famous actress. She became more of a movie actor, TV actress later.
She was in the James Bond movie, the first Roger Moore James movie, wasn't she?
I can't remember.
She's the one who showed the.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Wasn't she the one who did the thing with the tarot cards and everything? She was like she could predict the future.
I haven't seen that one since it was in the theater. Those 70s, late 70s.
You watched. They allowed you at a James Bond movie in 1971.
No, wasn't that one with Roger Moore? No. Wait.
Yeah, Roger Moore's first James Bond film was.
Aren't those the 80s? Aren't those the 80s?
No, 1971.
Who am I thinking of?
Sorry, 1973, because that's the year when they released Paul McCartney and Wings released the song with the same name. You know.
I'm thinking of the wrong guy. Who did the one with Jaws and Moonraker?
Roger Moore.
Oh, but those are later ones, right?
Yeah.
Those were out when I was like young and going to the theater.
Yeah, because Roger Moore was my generation as well.
And that's probably why I'm not familiar with the one you're talking about, because it was a little bit before me.
It was his first in 1973, yeah.
Yeah. And I probably haven't seen it, or maybe I've never seen it. I've seen most of them.
I have all the James Bond movies up to Timothy Dalton's second. No, until GoldenEye, actually, on Laserdisc.
Wow. Furious Trauma. Here we go again. Furious Trauma.
They even have the Woody Allen James Bond movie.
Yeah, Roger Moore. So this is my last one for this group. So this is a movie called The Dolly Sisters. I watched this on VHS, and I was so happy to have this.
Is that Betty Grable?
This is Betty Grable and June Haver. Now, what I'm going to say is, number one, this is a stunning cover. This is the way to do it. Yes. Okay. Number two, this has a scene where they dance in blackface. And so this movie is probably going to be banned or cut or something, right? Like, I'm so happy that I have it in this format because I'm not saying it's right, but I have it in this, you know, I have it. So historically, if this is ever like taken away from us or edited, I don't even know if this is out in Blu-ray, but it will be a problematic movie at some point. I just don't think it's problematic because it's probably forgotten for the most part, right? But this is a great, it's a musical. So here they are. Look at the movie poster right there. Can you see it? It's hard for me to. There it is.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Imagine having that original poster. That would have been so cool.
I think the old movie posters are gorgeous, and don't get me started because I could collect those in a hot second. All right, you're up for your last four, but I'm going to quickly go through the comments.
I have more than that.
No, we're going to finish. I have four more, and you have four more because we're already at an hour and 20 minutes. Wait, let me go through the comments first. Are they the Dalai Lamas? No. Now that joke wasn't funny. But I'm laughing. Okay, Moore was the best Bond. Okay, Roger Moore. No. You know who the best Bond was? The first one. What's his name? Connery. He's sexy. And then the next one is the most recent one. What's his name? The newest Bond guy. He's pretty sexy too. When he comes out of the water all dripping. Do you remember who's the latest Bond guy? Somebody tell me in the comments. All right, like Morten's looking so bored right now. I was asking you that, Morten, you're like ignoring me. Who's the most recent James Bond guy?
I can't get the name Richard Dawkins out of my head for some reason.
Oh, wait. Barbara Hershey? No, it's not Barbara Hershey. And Sean Connery is not the most recent one, but he's the best. Yes, he's gorgeous. That's more or less correct. All right. I have a few lasers that never be made into modern media, like a few Smurf movies. I'm forgetting the other ones that are like that because I really want Disney's Forbidden movie. Which album did you order? Pie Face, Barbara Hershey, Oh my gosh, everyone is just. Isn't the newest Bond a female? No, I mean the one with like from Skyfall and those ones. Daniel Craig Gaines. Daniel Craig is kind of hot in those Bond movies. I have to admit that. And he's not even my type, but he looks hot as Bond. Daniel Craig. Yeah. Guz, I almost got it. Okay. You're up. I caught up with the chat.
I'll just show these quickly because I do have a bit too many. But anyway, we have one of my favorite films of all time.
I'm getting cold. Yeah. I mean, you basically have a Woody Allen theme going. I think you almost have
why the hell they put this stupid closed captioning symbol here, but
it's tiny.
So of course it got Max von Sydow in it, among others, in Daniel Stern and stuff like that. So we were talking about La Femme Nikita.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
That is a great cover, and this is I thought this was a European. No,
they're going up. Scotty's going off on Woody Allen right now.
Yeah. One of my favorite films of all time. It's The Criterion.
Oh, that's one of your favorites? It is funny.
I love Monty Python. Monty Python is my religion. Some people have Jedi as a religion. I have Monty Python.
Monty Python.
Lots of text on this one.
Yeah.
There's another Criterion. Kind of sad in one way they didn't do the movie poster. I have a framed copy of the original French movie poster, but it's Jacques Tati, Mon Oncle.
Okay, so look, that's the Criterion, and notice how it's full front art, unlike La Strada. That one's much better, although I think they could have gotten a better picture like that.
Yeah.
The picture's kind of boring, but that's a better one.
Criterion's Laserdiscs are weird when it comes to the artwork.
Yeah, but they're so collectible. They're great movies.
Very, very easy foreign language film for Americans to watch because it's almost entirely without any dialogue. It's almost like a silent film in a way, although the sound effects are extremely important. Yeah, I'm now at my fourth, although I have 4 more after that, but I don't know if
you can show. You broke the rules and brought 24. Okay, so you can show 4 more after I show my 4. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I have a box set, but I didn't.
I nearly brought Pinocchio.
But you brought that. Well, that one's more impressive.
And
it's thick.
Or Sleeping Beauty, or
You got the girth on me for that one.
So I just want to.
Yeah, look at that.
That's this was this. If you didn't buy the box set, you could buy this one on its own.
Yeah, look how pretty that is too. Okay, that's what I'm gonna hunt for sure.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Although I think Pinocchio did it better. The back of Pinocchio is better. Let me show you just in reference.
And it came with supplemental material.
So look, I think
disc that only came in a box set.
This one's better because it's more colorful than yours. Yeah, there's too much white on that kind of blocks it.
So this is the movie. This is all the extra material. It came on a disc on its own.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, they're going crazy in the comments.
And I have 4 more. Do you want to do your last 4 and then I do my final 4?
Yeah, even though you're breaking all the rules, but I'm gonna do the comments first. So they were talking. Scotty was talking about how he needs Monty Python on Laserdisc now that he's seen yours. The best band was Fat Bald Connery when he came back. That's sad. Don't do that. We all
Forever. That's the worst James Bond movie in my opinion. It looks like an American episode of an American detective show from Las Vegas.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking about how we often make fun of people as they get older. Like, we can't remain sex symbols as we age. Like, it's unrealistic.
He didn't. I mean, he looks better in that 1980s movie that Never Say Never, where he that unofficial James Bond movie. He's actually he's 12 years older in that movie, and he looks far better because he gave her rat's ass. For Diamonds Are Forever, he just basically kind of just took the money and told them to F off about his shape. Just look at the size of his eyebrows in that movie.
I didn't see that, but this is an interesting point. So Song of the South on Laserdisc will definitely be very expensive to buy, and that's because it isn't available. However,
we'll have the DVD.
They do have a DVD, and there's a lot of bootlegs of that movie in DVD format. Like, a lot of people have copied it and they put the cover art and everything. So it is available, but just not in I would say like a official format.
Is that
right? But
they do the zippity.
I've never seen it.
My, what a wonderful day! Isn't that from Song of the South?
Isn't that? Is it?
Your sunshine coming my way, zippity doo da. Was that the Chevy Chase? That was Fletch Lives, wasn't it?
No, Zippity Doodah is from
Fletch Lives.
No, it's with what's her name from
the bluebirds on my shoulder.
No, the actress from God, I can't remember anything from Sound of Music. Julie Andrews, isn't that one of the movies with Julie Andrews, like Mary Poppins or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
I just know that Chevy Chase does that song in Fletch Lives when he hears that he's gonna inherit a southern plantation, and he has these fantasies of how that's gonna be really wonderful, and there's like animated birds flying around his head.
Yeah. So it's probably the one with the animated one. But anyways, where there's live action and animation together. I would like an official copy of it as well. Zippity Doo is definitely from the movie. It is in Song of the South. Okay, Sleepy says. Sleepy knows. All right, here are my last 4. This is a movie I absolutely hate. I hate this movie. And it's got, I told you I'd cycle back to Leslie Caron, but I like this cover. Yes, it's about grooming a young girl to become someone's husband. It's pretty reprehensible, and it's about, and there's even a song where this old guy sings about how he loves little girls. It's really, really bad. Like, the whole idea of this movie is just gross, and for it to win the best picture of the year when it came out is pretty hilarious. I always thought, and I don't dislike it just because of those facts. It's kind of boring for a musical. It in my opinion. So Gigi, yeah. Ugh. But I like that cover. I had to buy it because I'm collecting all the best pictures. And sorry, Gigi is not their finest moment. Next. This one's kind of off-brand, but this is Andrew Wyeth. It's a documentary of the Helga pictures, which is, if you're not familiar, like paintings he did. And I actually went to an art exhibit and I saw these when I was really young. And look at this gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Sorry, there's a lot of glare from the plastic.
No, it looks good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you can find some weird things on Laserdisc. And I grabbed that because of 1, nostalgia, and 2, look at the gorgeous art. Like, I might not have grabbed it if it had been a bad cover, but just, I mean, look at that.
I mean, the art itself is in. You don't hardly need to watch the content because it's beautiful.
Okay, I have 2 more. Here is one of the best pictures that swept the Oscars the year it came out. So this is
it happened one night. Wow.
Night. And this is from 1934. And here, I think that would have been a much better cover right there if that had been on the front. But I grabbed this because of, I'm trying to collect the best picture Oscars. Yeah. And I hope that there's another version out there that looks like that. I hope to find it one day. Because the art is muddy. But still, I'm showing it because it's a great movie.
91 years old. Wow.
Wow. That's, pretty crazy. And now I'm saving the best for last. Drum roll. Brrr. This movie is one of my all-time favorites. I absolutely love it. And that is
Marty.
Wow. I have this one in the front of all my display. Because number one, I love this. Look, he's even smoking. I think this movie is so freaking romantic. It's so wonderful. It's about underdogs. There's a scene in this movie that is gut-wrenching. And it's just, this is a great movie. If you haven't seen Marty, you better get it right now and watch it.
Many years ago.
Yeah, this one is Best Picture 1955. So yeah, look at that. So that's my number 1 Laserdisc in my collection. Besides the box set that I have.
Why? Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. So there you go. You've got 4 more, but let's go through the chat. Adder, so he's saying grr because
he's saying ew.
Ew. From which one though? Song of the South or Zippity Doodah? I don't either. Is that a young Bill Clinton on the cover? Which one was that? I don't remember. Is he talking about It Happened One Night? I don't know. Hard Boiled. Those things are out of print and they're really hard to get. The Chinese, and that's a Criterion one, I believe. Hard Boiled. Yeah, those are difficult. Even on the DVDs for the John Woo movies, they're very. You don't like John Woo movies? Oh, okay. Would you buy a Laserdisc cover without the disc inside? I absolutely would. Yeah, I would. Like, if the art is stunning enough and it's cheap enough, why not? Why not pay $1 for something like that you could display? I absolutely would. Hard Boiled Rocks used to have it on VHS. I'm back. Oh, my dad has dementia and I had to help him with the can opener. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, you're up, Mr. Aastad. You have 4 more, don't you? I don't know what. I'm so cold right now. Look at him. He's showing off, you brat. That one's worth a lot of money.
That's why I did this.
Oh.
Because this was my next film.
Oh, look at that. That's worth a lot of money, that one, I think. That one's a hard one to get.
Look.
That's a British version, right?
Yeah, it's the only European Laserdisc I showed today.
Yeah.
It was either this one or another one, which was my first John Woo experience, and I enjoyed it until, and I don't remember if it's this one or the other one, but something was nagging me, and I realized that all the actors were dubbed, and I thought, why are they dubbed? They're still talking foreign, as in Chinese.
Yeah.
The problem was that the version on this disc is not from Hong Kong.
Oh.
The UK importer got this version from Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
They
Yeah.
don't speak Cantonese in Taiwan. They speak Mandarin. So they dubbed the film from Cantonese into Mandarin, which of course then annoyed the shit out of me when I watched the movie and I saw the lips weren't moving, because they're speaking a foreign language. Why are the lips moving in a different pace than what they're saying?
Yeah.
So, but amazing. And I have Hard Boiled, and I have several other John Woo films, and
You're lucky then.
Love them, and I love Chow Yun-fat.
Yeah.
I think it was amazing, and yeah, they're just an amazing thrill of a film.
Okay, your killer Laserdisc got way more comments than my best one. I'm mad.
Sorry. And these last
How
four.
How dare you steal my show?
I picked these last four especially because I thought you would get a kick out of them.
Okay.
Look at this beauty.
Okay. That's a wonderful one. It's, to me, it's the same as the cover art, and I'm so familiar with it. So yeah, I actually need it because that one won Best Picture of the Year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it.
I think it's a very beautiful disc.
I'm surprised it's only 2 discs. I would think you'd need more. Yeah, that is nice.
194 minutes. And then we got, and this harkens back to our earlier conversation about how I was unhappy about the cover of Avanti, the Jack Lemmon film, because I wanted the original art. And the original art that you showed, you did show it, but I wanted to show this film because it has that amazing art.
Yeah, the cartoon art on that.
Yeah.
I've seen that one, but it was in rough condition, so I didn't buy it.
This is Jack Davis, the Mad Magazine cartoonist.
Yeah.
He did the movie spoofs. And one of my dearest, the most dearest things I have is a huge poster in thick cardboard. It's been rolled up, never been, what do you say? Flattened or anything.
Hung.
It's from 1971, so it's just as old as me. And it is a Jack Davis Bananas Woody Allen movie poster.
Oh, wow.
And I have that in a frame in my apartment in Oslo. And because I love Woody Allen, I love the cartoons art, I love Mad Magazine. So yeah, and this movie here is just so amazingly zany. And you can, I think this movie is up on Amazon Prime if anyone are interested in seeing a really madcap kind of. I think the Zucker brothers tried to make something like this with do you remember Rat Race?
Yep, and that's a pretty funny movie.
That's a funny movie.
But this one's better. Yeah, I like the wraparound art on that one too.
Yeah. and I talked about Rat Race when I did a homage to the singer of what was it? Smash Mouth, who died recently. So this.
Oh wait! Before you go on, I just want to say, your green screen is working because the color has changed behind
it. It's nighttime now, although it isn't. It's only about 11.
Oh yeah, Cannonball Run.
This last one, I thought I picked this one because I thought this was something David would appreciate.
Let me see it. It's blue. Oh wow, I don't have that. An American in Paris. Which one did I show with Gene Kelly? That is gorgeous. Is that a box set?
Fantastic. This is a box set. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have that one. That's a gorgeous cover too. That's the way to do it.
George Gershwin introducing Leslie Caron.
Yeah, that's a great movie too. The ballet scene.
The original poster there.
Okay, I'm mad. I want that one. I want that one more than the Killers. You can keep Killers, and I'll take that one.
You can do this.
Yeah, look at that. That booklet you can frame that too. Wow. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I'm trying to look to see which one did I show that was like that, because is it the same one with a different color? Yes, it is. Look, this horrible one that I have.
That's why I was a little bit sort of clamped up when you talked about it, because I knew I was going to show you something special at the end there. So.
Look at how horrible. I'm mad at you. Look at this. I get this trash, and you got that. And for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I talked about ones that I have that are horrible and why. And then this was one of them. And then he shows that. Okay, now I'm on the hunt for that one now. I'm gonna find it. Yeah,
when was your Laserdisc from?
Mine is from. Let's see, copyright. God, it's so small. The print is so small; it's hard for me to see it. 1980 packages that 1989.
So this one is from 1992.
Oh, okay. So I got
a couple years younger.
So then I can throw this one in the garbage.
I didn't want to make you sad.
Skagen by Night. Did I pronounce it right? Skagen?
Yeah, Skagen is right. Yeah.
Because it doesn't have two A's and doesn't have a zero on top of it. A circle.
Skane. Här i Norrjulen så ser vi Skane.
Sorry. This is a disturbing thing that you wrote. Pie face, I don't know what's going on. This is, hey Kim, I just watched your awesome skull entry. Oh, I've got to watch that. Sorry, I'm only half here. Yeah, sorry about your dad, Scotty, but I'm glad that you are here. Crossover band, Skagendaus. Is that ice cream? Very cool stuff. How many Laserdiscs do each of you have? I mentioned before I have about maybe 50, maybe. I'm very limited into what I will buy. They're very cheap. You can grab most of them easily, but I'm only buying the ones that have really, really nice cover art just because I lack space. They're also very heavy, right? So
Yeah.
About how many do you have?
I'm kind of scared to say now because I've already upset you several times.
No, my limitations are on me. I just don't have space. If you have a really nice collection, that's beautiful.
So I haven't bought a Laserdisc since The Phantom Menace, 1999.
Oh.
And that was a Japanese, by the way. Japanese. That was one of the last things they got in that shop. And I have over 700.
Wow. I would like to go through those one day. I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna go through your Laserdiscs, and I'm gonna pull up my truck. I'm gonna stop at Sleepy's first, and then I'm gonna drive my truck over to you and grab some Laserdiscs. Wow. So Scotty said he got 50 at one time. They were ditching their collections for DVDs.
Oh.
No, I don't think that. I think that's good for us because, for example, the casual person doesn't need all of these things clogging up their homes, right? Like they're never going to watch them, right? So I think that's a really good thing for collectors. Like the casual person, streaming is fine. I mean, for the casual person who's not, into movies. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, maybe in my life I shouldn't have concentrated so much on movie and music collecting and so on. And
but why not? If that's what
maybe
you
I
like.
would have, yeah, but then maybe I would have gotten that wife who would told me to get rid of everything, and now I would have nothing, and I would then have enough money to start rebuilding a collection now, because my wife would be, the kids would have moved from home by now, and she wouldn't care the fact that I would start collecting shit again. Isn't that how a lot of the vinyl community people that we see are? They have to rebuild their entire collection because at some stage they got married to some woman who did that thing.
Oh my God! You are attacking
the
entire. I'm gonna film this clip right here, and I'm posting it. You're attacking the entire.
You remember the comic I did that I showed, right? Where a man and a woman is standing in front of his record collection, and she says, "Yeah, when I move in, we can get rid of all this, so we get room for my paintings."
Yep. So this is hilarious. So, number one, are you regretting your life choices, or are you like criticizing those people, or both?
I just never seemed to be able. I guess I didn't bring whatever I need to bring to the table. I'm kind of a shy person, and I've been burnt a couple of times that hurt so bad that I never dared to get back on the horse. But was there a horse to get back on? I don't know. I don't know the future. If I did,
comparing women to horses.
I'm comparing them to playing the lottery.
Oh gosh. So Morten, we're not going to end on this horrible note. So you make sure you stick around. When I end this, we need to have a little bit of a therapy session, okay? But we have come to the end of our Laserdisc showcase. Do any of you tell me in the comments? Do any of you want to jump on and show off a couple Laserdiscs? I can easily put the link in the bottom, or I think this is, if you want to, please let me know. But otherwise, this is a good place for us to stop. I'm actually really impressed with your collection. I think you had a lot better ones than I do, to be honest. Yeah, going to the pawn shop, you're getting DVDs for 50 cents each. It's true. It's not just a wife thing. It's more like a family issue with kids, and so, especially when you're younger. Yeah. I mean, Laserdiscs take up a lot of space. Yeah, Guz, like Kim, you both have 0 Laserdiscs. We're not saying for people to go out and buy lasers. We just wanted to show off some things in our collection and why we have them. And I think
and it's also an interesting sort of look into how our way of treating culture and creativity have changed, because I don't like the world of just consume and throw away music. There seems to be a thing in the world now where people think that artists will just keep delivering no matter how I consume their product. And okay, but how do you expect these artists to make a living? Yeah, they can go touring. Yeah, sure, Rolling Stones can go touring, but if an artist doesn't get the opportunity to become famous and sell their music somehow, how are they then going to get enough fame to go out and start touring and make money on their art? And oh no, yeah, I'll just stream a movie. No, I'll just stream music, whatever. Okay, I know the technology allows you to do that, but maybe someone should look into then how are we going to support art and have art as human beings? Because if we don't have art, I think life is meaningless without music and films,
not just music, all types of art. Yeah, it's very true. So Sleepy says, Morten, have a quick fling with a woman who makes you throw everything out, and then you could just rebuild your collection. All right. So Scotty,
with a woman, then the world would probably be hit. What was that? I drew a cart when Yeah, when Trump got elected
Oh,
president, I
don't
drew a
start on
cartoon.
Trump now.
I drew a cartoon of a
Wait, is my
meteorite
hair bald?
of a meteorite being cold, and say, okay, you can start flying towards Earth now.
Yeah, that's
Because that's the kind of things that do happen when other things happen. If I could get a woman, we would get hit by a meteorite before we could say Mazel Tov.
I don't think that's true.
I wanted to show you one last thing that I got today, or opened today, and
Okay, you're breaking all the rules. Go on.
You're the inspiration. You're the
on.
inspiration for this, David.
Okay, show me. Oh, look at that beauty. Are you looking forward to reading that?
I hope it looks very interesting.
It was on all the bestseller, like the #1 lists for the year it came out. Like many people picked it as the best release that year. So,
I did it to impress you, no, but I wanted to follow your next live stream and have a clue about what was going on. And in case you sent me to be the 4th square on the wall or something, I would have something to talk about.
Okay. So today I am definitely gonna search out both of your Laserdisc videos, Scotty. Do you clearly label them as Laserdiscs to make it easy to find? Because sometimes people have like thousands of videos to scroll through in order to find it. So I hope I can find them easily. But I will watch and comment on both of those. And I really appreciate that you were here for this, especially when your dad is in that condition. So thank you so much. Good. So I will watch and comment on them. I want to thank everybody who sat through something like Laserdiscs that are so obsolete. And like Morten was saying, right, it's this idea about art and all of that. So 3 shorts and 2 long. Oh, okay. I didn't know about the shorts, so I'll have to look for the shorts. That sounds like SOS. 3 shorts and 2 longs.
Yeah.
Laserdisc is tight. Okay, so Morten, don't go anywhere. You need some therapy. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Everybody, thank you for coming today. And yeah. The shorts are Matt. That's okay. I'll still watch them. There's a lot of Matt YouTube that it's fun. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye-bye.